Hello. Greetings, everyone. So, in honor of Spoopy Month, I figured I better play a scary game. Although I will admit, this is probably going to be more macabre than scary. This is Slay the Princess. I've actually been excited for this one for a while. This game came out last year, and just a few days ago, it had its anniversary update, the Pristine Cut, that added a bunch of new content. I believe it added one full new ending, like a bunch of extra paths in a couple other endings, and honestly, everything I've been seeing about it has been super cool. Hey, Rivers! Hello! I love Bo's emote for that. It's such an enthusiastic wave. So yeah, but fair warning, as I think some of you probably saw, there's a new content warning on today's stream because this will have a bit of graphic depictions going on. Nothing too intense because it is all hand-drawn pencil line art, which is kind of cool in of itself. The entire game is hand-drawn. But nevertheless, there's going to be death. There's going to be a bit of body horror. People will get stabbed. I might be doing the stabbing. I might be receiving the stabbing. We might see limbs splayed open into profane forms, and it's going to be awesome. It's also probably going to be a little dramatic, maybe a little emotional, maybe a little sad. We will have to see. Obviously, leaving the content warning up because, well, ye be warned, all who enter here. I am looking over at OBS and I'm seeing that the game capture, this is just like background rumble and it's actually pretty loud. If the game is ever too loud at any point, please let me know and I will try to adjust levels a little bit. I do have ducking set up so that it lowers the audio of the game a little bit while I talk, but I'm noticing right now, even with that on, it's more matching my voice, so I think I'm going to lower the game capture just a tad. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay. There's a lot of voice acting to this game, so I don't want to mute it too much, and I probably will try to avoid talking over the game. So, actually, let's see if we can't. There we go. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions, there are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. I will admit, this is my first time playing through the game, so even though this is the big anniversary update, all of this is going to be brand new to me. I've seen the videos and stuff on the store page and heard a few people talk about it, but otherwise I am mostly spoiler-free, so I have no idea what we're about to get. Hopefully it's fun. It will probably be, more emotional than fun, though. Okie dokie. Oh, I guess actually, can I... Oh, I could lower it just a tad. Actually, let's do that. I'm gonna readjust where I had it in OBS, and I'm just gonna lower it just a tad here. Not too much, though. There we go. That should be good, right? Let's give it a shot. Are we the hero?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I like the fact that it already gives me like a little bit of a look mechanic. That way I can just be a little gremlin and just be like, "Ooh, doo, 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 doo." Also, I'm noticing my hand does not look all that hero-like. It looks a little, demony. Oh. Oh, I have... Oh, there's a lot of options here. Ooh, okay. World... And then it was because she's like that. And someone else... Ooh. okay with the world ending? Do I get a reward? Or I can just speak to the narrator directly? Always wanted to Alpha Monarch. Viva la Revolution. Just silently continue or turn around and leave. Any game that gives me an immediate turn around and leave option, I am so tempted to click this. I also feel like that's going to be an entire run in and of itself. Nothing has explained why the end of the world. It's the first option. It's probably the most, like, basic path. But you know what? Screw it. I'm basic. I just want to know what's going on.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay. Yeah, no, okay. So, just how can she do it? Why is she dangerous? Okay, do we have any evidence? And, oh, okay, that one's the one from before. Okay, we get a few new options, and we still have all of our old... Oh, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's a better you say, then maybe I'll let her, but I'm not committed to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to... That's real. Okay. Oh, okay, wait. So if it says explore, I stay here and keep talking to the narrator. If it doesn't say explore, that's an action I'm gonna do. Okay. That's straightforward. Yeah, you know what? Screw you, narrator god in the sky, giving me directions. Give me something to go off of.
She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
That leaves me with more questions than we started with. Yeah, I want specifics.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature, and when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Okay. So... she's going to governmentally ruin the world? Yeah, I mean, do we have
already on the path that leads to the cabin? Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I don't know, man. It's not so much the end as it is the beginning for me. Yeah, killing a princess kind of seems bad, though, doesn't it?
Are you a monarchist?
Oh, hey.
Slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Have you occurred that I also wouldn't want to slay a fisherman, a miller, or a seamstress? I'm just saying, like... I might know some people that if you hand them a knife, they try to find the nearest torso to stab it into, but I want a reason before we start doing wet work, you know? I think this one, I like this to proceed. I mean, I could just keep grilling the narrator, but go to this cabin, talk to her, maybe, not committing to anything. The fear of commitment choice.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
So... the pull-out method doesn't work. Got it.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Wait. Are you responding to what I said, or are you responding to yourself?
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
That's the whole point of the game, yeah. I look forward to seeing how this turns out for us.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slave.
Ooh. I have given myself doubt. This is a new
Ignore
character.
him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't want to ignore him. That sounds pretty cool. I have no options to do anything but proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Kind of convenient that it's already here. All I'm saying, you know, is like... oh. I can choose to go in without taking it? Oh, that's... I will get chances to redo this, so... You know what, we'll take it.
You take the blade from the table.
Oh,
It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I don't like the fact that now my cursor has the die.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Hey, okay, just because somebody lives in shitty conditions doesn't mean that we can just go murking them.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Oh?
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I mean, the game doesn't say be the hero. The game says slay the princess. She's the titular character, you know?
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I mean... So far, there's only been one person doing a bunch of manipulating, and it's, Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
That was not
You walk
what
down
I
the
was
stairs
expecting.
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Okay, maybe the voice of the hero might just be into her.
Focus
I
on
don't
the
know.
task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Why is it talking down to me? Wait, hold on. I was not expecting this. I haven't. Yeah, you know what? That's. No. No. Again, this game keeps giving me options that I would like to pick for the bit, but I want to explore first. Okay, Rivers, you're just already whipping out the knife. You're just like, nah, just stab the bitch. Is that what that is? Okay, yeah, I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
I don't like the dropping of the knife. Actually, the narrator's starting to sound more credible the more you talk.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
No.
Don't you dare.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I think I'm gonna hold
It's
on to the
fine.
knife.
We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Okay, maybe you need to be a bit more cautious too, hero. Nah, yeah, tighten the grip. Tighten the grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Uh-huh.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to take just a moment here. Just looking at the way that the game is laid out, and while I like having the redeem codes on screen, I think it's time for me to finally break out. I've had this from the beginning, I've just never used it, but... Oh, it didn't do my transition! You know, hold on, no, we're gonna run that back. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, now that runs the transition. Okay, thank you, OBS, thank you. And then we're gonna... There we go. Doing it for real this time. Thank you, OBS. Okay. Welcome to full screen mode, everybody. Chat will now pop up in tiny bubbles on the left side.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Hold on, wait. No. I just didn't want to drop the knife. I still want to talk to her. I just didn't want to drop the knife. What the heck?
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Again, you're more encouraging me to kill you than discouraging me to kill you.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
What are you talking about? We just have to calculate the length of that chain, figure out about how far back I can stand, assume that you can use your feet and legs and add a bit of extra distance for that for range, and then I just have to think about how to get close enough to kill you.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Are you sure she's not armed? I mean, yeah. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Drop the blade, or just slay the princess? Now, you know, hold on. I still want to talk to her, but I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Well, okay. Fair. Yeah, fine then! I guess we're at an impasse!
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Yeah, no, I want to keep talking. I'm gonna talk her to death.
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Nah, my entire life I've just stood there talking until something happens. We're gonna try that for— Oh! No! Throw me a bone game. Come on, let me just keep talking. No! Ugh. You know, I'm gonna hit the magical little save button here. Ooh! Oh, I've got like a lot of empty slots and stuff. Okay. A. Oh, autosaves. Quick saves. Okay. We're gonna do here. Okay. Cool. Okay. Hi, I'm back. Stabby. Fuck it. We ball.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
You know, that's fair.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Oof.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Oh, now I can't even talk.
Holy shit, that hurt!
Yeah, I mean, bone fractures are not
Though
good.
she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
Yeah, so, okay, she's strong enough to break bone in single vamps, and it looks like I'm not doing deep cuts either.
We can still turn this around.
Oh. Nah, at this point, we're committed.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here, either.
Yeah, and also this does not look like happy, normal human hands, either.
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
I like when the narrator is a character that can get pissed at you, like Stanley Parable style.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
I don't like the concept of organs bouncing and... Oh! My cursor is bloodied now. That's kind of cool.
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oof. That's not really the heart, though. That's kind of like right down the middle. Probably like if it bounced off the sternum or something, you know? I might have gotten a lung. Maybe a lung.
Oh.
That's a hell of a reaction. Granted, fair.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
You know, I hadn't, really enjoyed talking to you up to this point, but the fact that that's your reaction to getting stabbed in the chest immediately makes me like her a little bit more, as a person. Okay, we can be friends in another timeline.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder,
Uh-huh.
do you really think this is the end?
No, the game said there's 17 endings.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yay. We got the best ending. We get to die. Oh. Or not?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Huh.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Okay, no. But I died. What am I doing here? But I already slew the princess. She also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again? Yeah, okay, that's...
I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
So all the characters, narrator included, don't remember between runs? Oh. Or is the princess going to be the only one that remembers between runs?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Okay, I take back everything I said. The hero apparently remembers.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think. That's fine.
Oh, I
If you
misclicked.
can hear us, the only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Okay, hello, new voice. Also, I'm noticing they're capitalizing the he for the narrator. My comment earlier about him being the god of this game is
That's
something I think the game is
There's no
playing
point in
into.
squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's just
Those
assume
are
that.
two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Okay, there we go. Now we're making a bit of progress.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Uh-huh.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Okay, yeah. Sort of. I feel like I probably would have died anyway as well. You know, it's not entirely my fault.
We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her.
You know what? Actually, I'm looking over. Should I move myself just a little bit higher? I'm noticing that I'm overlapping the text. I could also make myself just a little bit smaller. Or I could go back to windowed mode. I'll leave it.
And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Well, to be fair, they didn't have any consequences that I was able to observe and or experience. Which I understand is a very cynical existentialist perspective on the whole thing, but...
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Ooh. So basically, it's the question of, does it work like ReZero, where it's literally just returned by death? Or are we getting isekai'd into an alternate universe that's slightly behind on the timescale every single time we do this? Are we creating fracturing timelines, or are we editing the current one?
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
We don't know. We don't even know if there's other people.
Ugh. Enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters.
I don't like you.
I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
You know what? Fuck it. We're going.
We can't just leave. We're supposed to fight her. Where are you going? Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Uh-huh.
Do you even know where you're going?
No. Not going. Actually, pretty okay. No. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yep.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Okay. Now we're exploring the fact that this world is designed for me to do this, I think. Turn around, again, and leave, again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Okay. But...
But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again.
Oh.
Everything is getting fuzzy.
Oh. Goodbye. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye. Have a nice...
What's
Is this
going on?
hair?
Where are we?
What is encroaching on the sides of my screen?
I told you we shouldn't have come here. I told you. But did you listen? No.
I can't tell what this is. Unwound. Physical matter replaced by a textured nothingness. As something other comes close. It's Elgrit Horror! 4, let's go! Cthulhu, Cthulhu. 4, let's go! 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 4, Oh, that's a lot more handsy than I thought Cthulhu would be. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Exactly where are those hands going? Fingers drag claws against the glass surface of your soul. Oh, it's my soul? Oh, my soul is getting fingered. I don't like the concept of something fingering my soul. Thank you very much. What? Is that something talking to me, or am I just being imbued with the knowledge of this communication? So, fight it or allow it to do what it wants? I guess? So far, these have been the most real thing I feel like we've experienced, so... I don't know. Okay, you know what? I was against having my soul fingered, but you know what? Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep the soul fingering going. Let's embrace it. You have a story you need to finish. It is the only way for us to escape this place. Oh, are we doing like a Doki Doki Literature Club thing? Do we need to break the princess out of the game? Oh, I like this. Force pushing against your will. Oh? There's multiple voices? You cannot go back? Regret. Apparently must reach something. Wait! Hold on. If I get, like, the whole, like, voices of the hero, voices of the stubborn, are we addressing that the princess also has voices in her head? Only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. Only something show up.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So glass shatters, and then we actually revert back to chapter 1.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I also have a skip ability now. By hitting tab or R on your controller. I can play this on controller? Huh. So when I got this line in chapter 2, it was technically new dialogue. This is truly... Yeah, wait. Okay, so I found the restart button? Apparently? Question mark? Well... Huh, okay, do I want to get back to where I was before? You know what, let's just silently continue. I think,
You make your way up the short path.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
Yeah, okay, so we're getting
supposed
this
to
again.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's
Know
talking
what he's talking about. Yeah, okay, and then we just proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Yeah.
The air is stale and musty.
Pristine blade.
Blade
Okay.
is your implement.
Naughty. You know what? Hold on. What if we just... What if we try to talk to her about what we saw? Maybe. Yeah. Completely unarmed.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
So, it's one of those weird things of the fact that what we're getting is nearly identical. There's so many slight differences in what's being said, though.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Okay. So it's very different now. Hello, Pocky. We're gonna go kill someone now. Slay them. I, successfully did it last time, but also died. And then we met the god at the end of this universe, and then now I accidentally fully restarted myself. This is Slay the Princess. I'm gonna try to see what happens if I don't bring the knife with me.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Okay, the hero is just fully infatuated with her. Every single time we talk to her, the hero is just like, I don't know, man.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I mean, I get that, but yeah, you know what? No, I'm just gonna try to talk this time, especially because it seems like she's more willing to talk. Yeah, so far it's not so much spooky in like horror sense. It's more spooky in like psychological. Oh, I still have my favorite option. Hi,
Stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Sure thing.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Okay, same situation, but her attitude is completely different this time.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I don't know, man. Like, there's two voices in my head. One of them clearly is into you, and the other one wants me to kill you. Yeah, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
You did not like that? What have you been eating or drink? Ooh, I'm sitting here to slay you. At least for a little bit while I decide what to do. Oh, that's a little creepy of an option. I can't trust you. This doesn't add up. Fate of the world. Retrieve the. Okay, so I can go back up and get the knife. A lot of choices to pick from. It really is, Pocky. So this game came out a year ago, and it just had its anniversary update a few days ago called the Pristine Cut, and the whole big thing with the Pristine Cut was that it added an entirely new ending, and about, like a few different paths for a few other endings. The way that the devs described it was that they added 35% more content to the game, which also meant over 1,000 new lines of dialogue. Meaning that the base game already had 3,000 lines of dialogue, and if I'm remembering correctly, I think like 17 different endings, although the 17th might be the one that they just added. I'm not entirely sure on that. My memory is not the fantastic. But yeah, no, I've actually had this in my Steam library for a while, and I bought the game, like literally a few days before they announced that they were going to do the Pristine Cut update, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to play it now, I'm going to wait for it to come out. So I've been sitting on this for like, ooh, gosh. Literally, I think like before I even had the Twitch channel like finalized. Like this was like one of the first games I bought with the intention of playing on stream. So I've been excited for this actually. This is This is literally what I've been waiting for, so... there's no way we're going to be able to get through, like, even a, like, puddle's worth of the ocean that this game is going to be. I can't believe it. I'm getting you out of here. Okay. So I have some enthusiastic options to examine the chains. I could just leave and grab the knife without saying anything. Okay, you know what? Honesty is the best policy. We need to figure out what's going on. Oh, I can follow it up with something.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
A little weird the way that you phrased that, but okay.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
How long?
How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No, they didn't tell me anything. I feel like if I remain silent, that gives off the impression that I know, which I don't. She might start grilling me on it. Because am I gonna find out eventually how it actually? I don't know. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here? Well, enough. I was hoping you would tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
You know, I don't think any of us really do.
I believe her.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Yeah, but you don't seem to know how she's able to do it either, Mr. Narrator Pan.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
I don't like how quickly you're jumping to that.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
It's a little weird that you're psychoanalyzing me, okay.
I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
You know, actually, the thing that encouraged me to come down here and talk was the Eldritch Abomination that fingered my soul earlier, and there's no context for that I can give that makes that sound correct, but it is actually what happened. River saw it. I just tried to get more information.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
Okay, but you're a simp. We aren't gonna go down that path.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me.
You know, okay, that's fair. Except I'm just trying to, figure out.
How messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
I am the one that bought the game, yeah, okay.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation,
Pocky.
It's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
The devs! I knew it!
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Again, you haven't explained how the governmental system in this world actually works. Like, there's a difference between, like, a King Bowser and a Princess Peach. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So we get some questions, some of the same ones. Trying to pacify. At least for a little bit. I trust you, it doesn't add up. Okay, go back. What have you been eating? Or drink? Yeah, let's get more info.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
I think it's extremely relevant, actually, and the fact that both of you are not wanting me to pursue this, not making me feel better.
Okay, but actually, What has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Okay, you know what? Why is it that this guy is complete hit or miss? Either he is completely head over heels for her, or he's actually asking some decent questions. Oh, did I not? Oh, I didn't actually get any new paths for that. It really is telling me not to think about it. Dang it. Well, okay, what's your name?
Oh,
That's not reassuring, ma'am. That is very the opposite of reassuring, ma'am.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
So... you weren't written deep enough to have a name.
Is
Intentionally.
Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
I did know somebody named Princess when I was a kid. It is entirely possible for that to be a real thing. Although statistically unlikely. Yeah, you know what? It's dumb, but let's keep going down this path. Oh, okay. We're getting the silent treatment now.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
We're fumbling her. Chat, we're fumbling her.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that leads into the Eldritch Horror thing a little bit.
Okay,
understand
that's
that.
weird.
Yeah, man, complete hitter. I don't like agreeing with you, Mr. Hero Dude, but yeah.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I think at this point we've established enough doubt that even if I go get the blade, I'm gonna end up doing what I did the last time. Okay.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Okay.
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
That's a fair point, but I'm also not seeing anywhere a key would be involved.
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Or trust whatever you come up with. I mean, okay, we're down to just action items now. Don't make me regret this. Ooh. Oh, do we onset the end of the world? I don't think she's happy with me. The game's been very specific about emotions, though. Yeah, don't make me regret this.
You're only making this more difficult.
I know, she's probably gonna, like, choke me out with the chains or something.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
I know, but it's for the bit.
No, you're doing the right thing.
No, I'm not. It's for the bit.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
When it said, examine the chain, I figured we would look at the shackle, see how it's attached to the wall, not just start yanking on them.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Why, yeah, I was trying to examine them, not destroy them.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No. I thought you had it.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Thank you, dipshit.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Says you, actually. You know what? I called the other guy dipshit, but the fact that you're just immediately like, yeah, you know what? Fuck the narrator. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other idea? Yeah.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Thank you.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh, so I'm not the only one here? We have another person?
Is someone else here?
Yeah. You know what, let's not say it. Let's just try the
You
door.
try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Okay.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Actually, Rivers, that was a question earlier, like, what have you been eating? What have you been drinking? And the answer is, both the narrator and the princess told me we're not telling you, basically. So I think that was the tongue-in-cheek way of the devs being like, okay, come on, story narrative time. Granted, Rivers, I find it funny that you start questioning the whole eating and drinking and not the, falling into a textured descent of nothing of material, matter, or soul with 30,000 hands coming out and grabbing me directly. I'm just saying, like, the difference between have you had breakfast and Eldritch Abomination grabbing the essence of your being, I'm gonna probably question the Eldritch Abomination thing first. Just saying. Slightly higher up on the importance chain, in my opinion. I'm just giving you crap. Yeah, no, I did ask that question earlier, though. So yeah, we don't have an answer, but in a way that it's not going to give us one. There is that. Yeah.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Narrator, is that you that locked the door? If I find out that you are a physical being in this place that is stabbable, I'm just saying I'd want to give it a shot. Okay, I guess we're going to the bottom of the stairs.
Make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
But then I don't get this gnarly finger icon.
Easier for whom?
Easier for whom? Ooh, he's getting mad now. Is that an axolotl with a knife? Hold on, Pocky. I'm clicking into this. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. I don't know why, but my brain just goes back to that old, like, home video of a child running around a pool at what's clearly a family gathering, and you hear someone behind the camera go, "What do you have in your hands?" And the kid, running and screaming with glee, holds it up, "A knife!" And immediately you just hear the mom behind the camera, "No!" Oh, love that video. "A knife! No!" If I ever end up getting to the point where I have channel points, I know there's a site called Tangia that allows you to do like audio and like video pop-up redeems, and that is one of the redeems that you can get. It's the knife. No, I want that so bad. Okie dokie. Oh, okay. Back to this.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
It's not really messy, actually. It's a very beautiful cobblestone floor.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep, we're in this together.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Why did the piano stop? Question mark. You know, Pocky, I'm noticing that those are your emotes that Rivers is using that you're calling cute. Seriously though, anybody else that's watching, Pocky does have like the best axolotl emotes, so go sub to them and then you get them on all of Twitch. Okay, but yeah, the music cut out, and I don't like the fact that the music cut out.
She barely
Oh god, okay, yeah!
her teeth tearing through her lid.
Fuck, okay, here comes the horror game. Yeah,
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
I mean, okay. So, chat, we have new information and considerations to make. Just a little bit. Yes, yeah, no, I've never played this before, Faye, and we were having a rather lovely conversation right up to the point where she started gnawing her own arm off. Granted, we did already die, and we have met what appears to be an eldritch abomination between the fabric of reality, so, like, we understood that there were more factors at play. I just wasn't prepared for one of the factors at play being the fact that she was willing to, go ham on her hand there.
Or we could use it to free her.
Yeah, we could. Those were some sharp teeth, though. I'm not sure that the blade is necessary here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
You know... we don't even get, like, discussion options. You know what? Fuck it, we ball. We were talking with the Eldritch Abomination. It said that we both have to get out of here. Let's give it a shot.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Okay. Like, I understand, like, ew, and horror, and and why does she look like this is the exact expression that a toddler gives you when you've just handed them, like, a snack, and they've asked for more, and you're, like, opening the bag in order to grab a few more. You know, like, this is the face of somebody that has just demolished a bowl of goldfish, and they are just waiting for you to pour them another one. Like, that exact blank, like, okay, here we go, more time. Like, What princess did we meet before the Eldritch one? I don't know. I don't know titles or names to any of them. They were a little upset at me, and we duked it out, and we both died.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes some effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
I don't like the fact that she finishes the job before we're done cutting through. She is awful cool about this whole thing. Yeah, no, Pocky, it's very squelchy. Pocky, it is very squelchy. They did a fantastic sound design job because I can currently feel every hair on the back of my neck. And the fact that her expression is so blank, like... Oh. We're not even to the bad stuff yet, folks. This is apparently pretty tame compared to what we're going to be getting into, so buckle your butt cheeks. We're in for the long ride.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Cool. Okay. You gotta hand it to her. She did a quick job of that.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Yeah, I made a bunch, though, squealing like a pig.
No, she didn't.
Okay, narrator's starting to have a little bit of truth to her. Oh, look, the knife on my hand is bloodied again. That's good. Game is really heavy with the body horror stuff. Yeah, no, I knew it was coming eventually. I was at least prepared for the possibility, but the way that they're handling it has been fantastic. Pocky is like, I'm out. Peace. I'm done. If you do need to lurk, I did finally set up the lurk commands. I know Rivers has tried to lurk a couple times in prior streams, and I didn't have it set up yet. But that is done now, so if you ever need to, Ox is set up for lurking at this point.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Yeah, I think maybe we need to tourniquet that up. I don't like the fact that, again, this similar expressions to when you give a toddler snacks. I don't like the fact that it almost seems tasty. Oh, for the hand pun? I don't know, it didn't seem that bad. I mean, it was a little ham-fisted, I'll give it that. God, even I need a drink after that one, hold on. Okay. Here we go. Look. I don't know, okay? I don't know. It will not be the last pun that we will hear this stream. But if we're lucky, it will be the worst one.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
I mean, okay, we are getting her free, but there's also that whole thing of, I don't think that we needed the knife to crack the bone, maybe. Thank you, professional. Thank you, professional. Thank you. See, that's somebody who can appreciate a fine art form right there. Still trying to figure out which princess I saw based on my description. Yeah, I mean, if there are, like, official names and titles for them, I have not encountered any yet. I did roll over to Chapter 2, but, like, right at the beginning of Chapter 2 is when I encountered the whole Eldritch thing between the Fabric of Reality, and it reset me to Chapter 1, so there was probably something I could have done more in order to interact with that timeline person, question mark? Again, I still don't know really what's going on, but I think I may have accidentally undone it. So, here we go.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Do you need a napkin to wipe up your mouth there, or are we just leaving? Approach the locked door. Here we go. Okay.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape into the world.
Ooh, are you a person? Do we get to meet you? Hello?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh, no, you're controlling me. No.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Mr. 50-50 here is on a roll here. He's been doing okay.
Watch me.
Okay, you know what? It is a video game. Yeah, we probably are gonna watch you.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. Yeah, he's doing it. Oh, I love it when a game does something like this. I love it. Very confusing with no context, something not a lot of people would do. Take it as a compliment. Hey, you know, if a game gives me the option to just turn around, you know, that's how you find the secret at the beginning of the level, is if you just, like, walk backwards a little bit, right? Like, that was my favorite thing when I played through Limbo.
Stop that.
I don't like how good they are about portraying that. That is fantastically done given the art style.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I mean, I know that, But, like, ma'am, I have control of a cursor. That's about it, ma'am. You will get more context if you do not try to leave again. Yeah, no, I figured that what I ended up doing was almost like a reset mechanic to be able to do different types of runs. So I figure I probably should see a run all the way through before I do that again. I'm hoping that I don't accidentally reset before I've managed to kind of go down a route, but I don't know. This one seems promising. I'm enjoying this.
Your body lunges forward.
Oh,
the blade
jeez.
held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Did we warn her enough? Okay, we did.
Stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Okay. She's gonna have to kill me, isn't she?
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Well, she's going to win, and if you keep forcing me to do this, she's going to have to kill me in order for her not to die, so... Yeah, can we warn again? Resist, there it is.
The blade. Move the blade.
Well, technically it's part of my cursor, too, so yeah, I have to move it to do stuff.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
No, you probably need to back up a little bit, maybe brace, look for some stuff to use, maybe grab that chain. Get the knife out of my hand, please.
We both know this isn't you.
There's actually apparently 4 of us involved. You, me, the narrator, and Mr. Sweet Cheeks that keeps trying to, you know... Well, I guess we are freeing you, so we're doing what he wants this time.
She nervously reaches
There we go, okay.
and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I am... freeing the princess.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Yeah, okay, yep, yeah, because the narrator is, the narrator's making it so that you don't have much of a choice here, so... I have a sneaky feeling I know what's about to happen.
She plunges it
Yep.
into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh, you missed! Oh, ma'am, please. Accuracy is important with these things.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, I forgive you.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
You are awful okay with dying, mister.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Well, so far everyone appears to be you, me, her, this other voice in my head, and the 30,000 hand being in the fabric of reality. So... You're like the only one that's actually mad about this, bro.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Okay, is it bad that I laugh at that? That's such a fun little animation. Oh yeah, no, like we're clearly not of the same species. Okay, I noticed that rather quickly, and why I'm not exactly too keen with going along, but I'm assuming I will find out later.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
She was able to use it rather deftly just a few seconds ago.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Yep, that's fair, although we're ruining her dress.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
I hate to break it to you, bro, but that's not so much pink. That's pretty dark red. I don't know.
It can't just end like this.
Wait, hold on. Bro, you were all gung-ho for this, like, what, 1 minute ago? Barely? Even, like, we knew that this was how it was going.
Oh, that's rich coming from you.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Not yet. We get to talk a little bit, right?
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, I don't even get to say bye to her? Okay. The damsel. Oh!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is
a princess.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, so now our music is different. We're getting the intro sequence again. Yep, we have the options to talk about the deja vu. And... oh, you bastard! I like that. The chapter titles are the princesses' names. Oh, okay, so then... Gosh, okay, wait, hold on. What was the one that I got earlier than before I met the Eldritch, like, Fabric of Reality thing? I want to say the Damned? No. Because I got the Stubborn voice. I can't remember. We'll loop back around there eventually, soon enough. Okay, but it's giving me the option to say bad words to the narrator, so I'm gonna pick it.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
Yeah, we've been over this. This is the third time we've met for the first time, and the second time that we've met for the first time for the real.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yep, and this is the second time that we've talked with you for the second time, which was the first time.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Okay, you know, I called the other guy out for being, like, you know, way too into them. But now we've got Casanova running around in the back of our head? Oh, I made it so much worse for me, didn't I?
Our beloved?
Yeah, you know what, I can just visibly imagine that smitten character twirling a mustache right now.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. So all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Okay, taking it a little quick. I just wanted to speak to her, not necessarily fall in love. That I'm not sure she's gonna be into somebody that's got, you know, 4 people running around in their head.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
I hate the fact that I'm agreeing with you, but yes.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I don't know, I mean, have you had a Costco pizza? Assume I'm telling the truth, all this really did happen. Okay, we did do that before. We've already kind of talked about that, we've gotten some of that, so let's go ahead and just go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Okay.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
You know, I hate to break it to you, Mr. Smitten Man, but we were comparing her to a toddler that was given goldfish treats earlier. We weren't exactly referring to her as beautiful so much as we were just referring to her as I don't know, idyllic?
I think we've already been over this. I'm
Pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Yeah, he sounds like he likes the sound of his own voice. Again, twirling the proverbial mustache. Some new dialogue with the new voice if you ask those questions. Again, nothing super substantial, but you do get a little bit more info with each voice. That is, okay, you know what, actually that's good to keep in mind. Thank you. Although at the same time, of all the new voices that I would maybe want to hear what they're willing to say, this Smitten character is already getting on my nerves.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Oh god, if he starts singing. No.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Cool story, champ. Next time, keep it to yourself.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
I hate to break it to you, narrator, but they're literally in my mind, so, Yep, let's go. Rolling on up to the humble abode.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay. We are altering the timeline somewhat considerably.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, there's a mirror. Hey, yeah, let's, I'm gonna call him out on it.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Uh-huh.
There isn't.
You know what? Oh, I guess I was about to say, it's not getting the whole line movement animation thing, but neither is the blade.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
Shut up.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
We have an object that we can interact with that the narrator can't. Why would you lie about that? No, I don't want to see how handsome. Yeah, I just approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Uh-huh.
This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I mean, it's kind of a cool character design, not a ridiculous one.
But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Bro, I can't think of too many girls that'll be into somebody that has a bunch of feathers on them. Just saying. Actually, you know what? There's some people that are really into velociraptors, and as we now know, those have feathers. So, I don't know. Okay, last time we actually ended up needing the blade, although the game did give it to us, but I don't necessarily like the idea of walking down with it first, so we're just going in again.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Well, we have more stuff that we can interact with.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yet again, just because somebody lives in somewhere that sucks doesn't mean that you get to kill them.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Okay, now she's talking even more differently than before.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Dang. We just got the whole circus with us today, don't we?
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too
Yeah.
far. We barely even know the princess.
We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Agreed.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Uh-huh.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
They added frills.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
I hope to God he does not have control of my mouth and that did not just leave my lips. Girls in today's age, the more monster you... I think you're fine. Yeah, no, like, professional, that's what I'm thinking, like... If you go on Blue Sky or Twitter or Reddit or basically anywhere that people are allowed to post anything that they have on their minds, God forbid Tumblr, and you search the phrase, "Hear me out," you are going to see some things that you were not ready to see that day. You are going to see things that make you question the current state of the world, the current state of your own mental faculties, and the current state of whatever social media site you are currently on. So if you ever want to spend 20 minutes going down an absolute rabbit hole, just Google that phrase, "Hear me out," and see what comes up. But don't ever do it at work. Just scroll through some VTubers. Hey now. Yeah. Some of those VTubers are friends, okay? I'm not cocking an eyebrow, but I can't give them too much shit. Otherwise, holidays are gonna get weird.
You know she can't hear you, right?
Oh, thank God she can't hear. Okay.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
I literally just promoted Hear Me Out. No, I'm just saying that, like, it's the testament to what's going on, you know? I didn't say it was good. I'm just saying that, like, you can see it, you know? Like, it's out there. You don't have to take my word for it.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
I like the other one, actually. I don't want... You're way too into this, like the other guy is into this.
Did you hear that?
Wait.
She said we're dashing.
Come back. Wait, hold on. You remember. Oh, boy. Okay.
She called us a hero.
Okay. You were getting onto the other guy for being into it. Now you're back to being into it.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Sadly, it does, narrator. I'm not too keen on it either. I hate the fact that I seem to be the middle line between you and everybody else here.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Oh, okay, so finally you believe me now. It takes her telling you to believe me.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, technically, she was the one holding the knife, but it was kind of cute while she was killing us.
Well, she killed us.
Yeah.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Well, actually, there were a lot of bloodstains involved. The dress was completely ruined, and her face was dripping by the end of it.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Okay, so we're going down the whole mirror universes thing, not so much reversible timeline thing.
We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
It's the multiverse. We have to find Doctor Strange. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? Okay, we understood she didn't know how to use the knife, so she missed a few times. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? That's just gotta encourage her to gnaw on her arm again, I think. What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? Sorry about what happened last time. No, okay, you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Or just rescue the princess. Let's not imply anything. Let's just ask the open-ended question. How about that?
You died, and now we're talking.
I forget the name of the show. Is it Arrested Development? When he opens up the bag in the fridge labeled dead bird, and there's a dead bird, and he looks directly at the camera and goes, I don't know what I was expecting. Shockingly reminded of that scene for no reason in particular right now. Okay. Did the world end? Did that?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Oh no, now she's into us. We got the... Y'all, we did it on the first run we're actually going towards. We got the Yandere route. Let's go, everybody. Hands in the air.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Yeah, see, the problem with Yandere's, Mr. Smitten, if I may call you that, is the fact that they're not necessarily satisfied with just words passing through lips. They typically also want blood and flesh, sometimes your liver, you know. They're a little voracious.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
I mean, it's implying that she has the capability of ending the world, which is something we didn't technically have confirmed up to this point. No, I don't want the world to end. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful death. Let's not encourage. No?
Then I didn't end the world.
Okay. That's not very comforting, actually, as I was hoping
she didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
We need some mental duct tape in order to get you in a corner, sir.
Not so sure.
Again, I don't like the fact that I'm agreeing with you. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Yeah, and you might do it again, which I just realized we probably gave you that idea by saying this.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Is it bad that I want you to be mad at me? Like, just a little bit? Oh, well.
She took that in stride.
Yeah.
To a surprising extent.
Mm-hmm.
An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I hate the fact that the person that was not the voice of reason, you know, a little while back, is, being more reasonable as we go on.
That's because she's perfect.
Again, mental duct tape, you, a chair, corner of the room, no talkie.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
That was something I asked earlier.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Uh-huh, except for the two other people I have in my head already. And more are probably on the way.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
You just want the world to be whatever fits your narrative best, mister, which I think is probably what this is actually going to go down as an exploratory narrative route. Yeah, let's ask.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
There was a little bit of warble in that voice that time.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
But then she could have just slipped out herself,
What?
right?
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Yeah, it's
Why
not how
are you
chains
two
work.
arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
I mean, it's kind of on par with the weird things she's already been saying.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Well, I don't even have the option to, so, we're gonna do the one thing we do have.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Yeah,
I would if you had a weapon.
which was conveniently provided to us last time.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Okay, no, I think we should have some words about that. Mr. Hero, are you gonna step in?
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Hold on. He just held a metaphorical gun to our own head. I do not agree with him, and you're cool with it, Hero? I feel bad for saying I agreed with you earlier.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Huh. The binding is different, the chain is smaller. My left hand appears to match the one on my right. And the rumbling in the background cut out, which was an important audio thing last time. I think we're about to die viciously again.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Don't like the fact that you said believer here, being that we're clearly dealing with extra-dimensional creatures.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Oh, are we gonna get squished? Is she gonna break her spine?
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Again, we don't even know if there's other people that exist.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Actually, weapons are still pretty useful along with the power of love. To quote one of the greats, with the power of friendship and this gun I found, we're gonna save the day.
What do we do now?
That's a fair question, miss. Well, what do you want to do? Ooh, is she gonna end the world if we ask that, or do we get to be just like, we leave? That is 10. Oh wait, hold on. Can I do the funny thing? Can I? Yeah. Yes. I want to save. Actually, wait, hold on. What's the quick save button again? F5. F5. Hold on. We're gonna try this out. Shabam. Quick save complete. Okay. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
The music is fading out. I don't like that the music is fading out.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Oh.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible.
Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
No, we've doubted a bunch of other stuff, too. Is this the death by Snoo Snoo run? I was waiting for her to, like, snap my neck, crush my bones, like... I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
I don't like those ellipses. I don't like this pause.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Uh-huh.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
You ever tried to plan where you're gonna go eat? I'm gonna stop making this joke here and we're gonna continue. I want you to tell me what you want. We can literally just do like the girlfriend simulator thing. There must be something you want. Dude, let's not give her any ideas. You know what? If you want to leave, then let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
Oh. Music is getting peppy.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
There we go. I mean, I have like some sort of skin condition that's probably treatable. We'll want to get some nail clippers though, otherwise I might scratch.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I'm just waiting to see how she kills us, because we're going to die, right?
I like to think that you do, actually.
Uh-huh.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to not mope about it either. See, everybody always says, like, it takes no effort to be upset. And I'm like, but it does take a little effort to be happy.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Yeah, that's fair.
You and the princess walk up the stairs.
Where's the door?
Hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
What is a villain but a girl's hero? You know, we were just having a whole conversation about that whole hear me out thing. There is a surprisingly large number of villains on those lists, and a surprisingly small number of heroes on that list. So, I mean, you know, you've got a point there, professional. Also, there was a door. There's no longer a door. There's also not a cabin, per se. There might not be anything outside? Question mark? Let's find out.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Well,
That's a familiar move.
yeah, we have been there before.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Okay.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
You keep saying that, but I'm pretty sure the strength of true love is just going to be two people trying to kick down a door simultaneously.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Again, also fair, that's like the entire plot point of Frozen.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Mister, it's been all of like 15 minutes. Our passions are about as deep as a teaspoon.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm not going along with his whims. I'm going along with my whims. The fact that my whims sometimes overlap with his whims actually fills me with more misery than it does joy. In Minecraft, right, Rivers? In Minecraft. It's always in Minecraft.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Yep. I think I've got this. No, we're gonna try this together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
Again, I never said that I was in love with her. We're just trying to get her out. It's Mr. Smitten in the back there that's saying it.
And?
No. Again, mental duct tape, chair, corner of the room. I want you silent.
The lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Okay, I was expecting, like, double shoulder slams, some, like, full-bodied kicks, maybe a little bit of, like, kung fu. I was not expecting it to literally just fucking open, but yeah.
I told you our love was insurmountable.
Okay.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
No. And I don't like the fact that she's standing next to it either. I am not doing
You're
that.
enjoying this, aren't you? You're
Yes.
taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's a lot of emotion, little man. But yes, I am enjoying this. That's the point of playing a video game. About 7 other people are enjoying it too.
You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone.
Well, to be fair, Mr. Hero, there's not exactly too much to do here except, use a knife on each other, and I don't like doing that, so well, let's see what happens if we leave.
That's not how this works.
Fair.
Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
I agree with Rivers. He needs therapy. A lot of therapy. Oh, we need to be happy as each other. What if we just stayed here and built a life together? No, okay, I'm not trying to get with her or just not killing her. I already made up my mind. We're leaving. Just yeah, we're leaving.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin.
Leaving her behind me where she has the knife and my exposed back? Is that where we're going with this?
And then you...
No! Okay, we actually left. Okay. The game had me all freaked out. I would keep waiting to see how we die.
Our happy ending at last.
No. No, I see the hair at the fringes of our vision. I think we're gonna meet our handsy friend again, aren't we?
We did it. What should we do now?
We're gonna meet God. That's what we're gonna do.
Where did everything go?
I had a sneaky feeling, with how dainty the fingers of God were, and I'm starting to realize that it's probably you.
Where did he go?
Oh, narrator's gone. Oh, okay, narrator left last time, too.
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Mr. Hero, you actually left last time as well, so I'm surprised that you're still here.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
No, typically not.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
So we are actually feathered. I was thinking a feather and cap. I was not expecting us to actually have feathers on our body. Yeah, playing with my expectations is honestly the most fun part of this game. I am genuinely enjoying all of this, Faye. It is absolutely fantastic. Oh, hey! Oh. Well. I guess we get to see what happens when your soul gets fingered. Flashback to a little over an hour ago. How nice of the mirror to come back.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I think we're gonna have to look in the mirror.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's time for some introspection. I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror, yeah. I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Is Smitten gone too?
I can't
Nope.
believe she was taken away from us. The nerve.
Sir, as far as you are aware, she could be dead. You seem awful chalant about the whole thing.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? A villain vanquished.
He is the world? Question mark? Yeah, you know what? I don't think I need to tell them about the mirror. Okay, no, we will.
Something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
But I kind of want to, though.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Are we a bird? Or like, straight up, like, are we a bird? I'm thinking that we are some type of bird. Are we a pretty bird, though? That's what I want to know. Beautiful plumage. Oh god, now I have Monty Python running through my head. Why did I say that? I have just so much Monty Python going through my head now. I need to mentally lock that away, otherwise this stream is going to turn into just a absolute shitload of references to other things, more than it already is. Oh! Let's do
I'm
it.
begging you, don't do this.
I just realized our options panel is the same hair texture that is the Fabric of Reality here. Yeah. Along with a few... Oh, our feathers. Okay. Ignore him. Yep, yeah, we're looking in the mirror. Pining for the fjords. This is an X-Parrot. Please don't encourage me, Rivers. We'll just go back and forth. You know this. We have done this before, Rivers. We will just sit here and go back and forth for God knows how long. Okay, let's see. Let's embrace the mirror. Gaze into my reflection. Am I a bird? Silence as you reach forward. They're gone. The mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. What do I look like? Who am I? It's me. Let's see here. Is that a wing? I'm seeing... I'm a little gnarly. My brain just goes to the Undertale thing. Despite everything, it's still you. I love that line. I'm looking pretty good, though. I mean, you know, all things considered. I've always kind of wanted wings, you know? They look like they'd be pretty badass. Oh! Oh, is that it? Is that all I get to see of me? And he doesn't get to light up anymore? Man, I had some pretty eyes, too. They were piercing. Alone in the place that is empty, it is quiet. No, actually, there's this weird, like, ominous noise in the background. I can see it over on my OBS. If it was silent, that little green line wouldn't be moving. Proceed to the cabin. Okay. Okay. That's a lot of fingies. Approach her. Oh. Inhabiting the shell. Oh, right. It needed a shell. It told me to get an empty vessel. That's right. We've given it a form. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between. Okay, so we just immediately straight went for the entity.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
To be fair, it wasn't too much of a path. This is literally like the first real thing I've done besides that one beat 'em up session that we did about, 2 hours ago. Yep. You're that thing I met in the space outside the woods. I did not think it was a dream. What are you? The gift of the fragile vessel. Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Slay the princess. You which trapped me here. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? What happens now? Attack the entity or destroy my own body? You know what? I feel like this is the most reasonable compared to what we've done already.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
That's fair, you know? I mean, you're capable of experiencing remorse, which means you either have mirror neurons or the psychological equivalent of them, which is a good sign. You know what? Yeah, this already doesn't seem to be something comprehensible, so let's see if this is the end.
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Fair. Valid. So what are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I'm a streamer on Twitch. Oh, I get to actually say. You know, I like the concept that I can explore this as more of what the character is within the concept of this game as a narrative opportunity. I always like it when you take this type of path for these sort of things, so I don't actually know what I technically am. I looked pretty handsome in that mirror, though.
I think that you are like me.
Okay.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I like that. Oh yeah, might as well.
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
And, you know, the body of the princess I gave you. About the worlds beyond this place. Ooh. Do we tell it about the fact that there's things beyond this? I feel like that could end troublesomely. Yeah, okay, actually, hold on. So is it every princess is a vessel for this?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
Okay, so it's already aware of the fact that there's other worlds. She sounds very vague, but she's giving you a lot of info here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, of like, it's being very subtle about it, but in a way that's really well done.
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Okay, that does kind of imply that we can actually get the other princesses out of the cabins, too. Interesting.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
I can't hear that phrase, like, she has served her purpose, without immediately thinking of this one, just, like, old shit post that I saw on the internet one time, where it was somebody talking about how they like to unalive the, Uber Eats driver after they deliver their food because they're done. They've served their purpose in the world. Again, totally horrible, just one-off random joke. But anytime I hear that whole served their purpose, I just think of, like, I don't know. Don't do horrible things to Uber Eats drivers, people. Don't do it. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what tracked me here? No, it seems like it needs the princess. I guess, okay, hold on. If we already know that it's aware of the worlds, we don't have to worry about accidentally tipping our hand.
I know only that they are.
Okay. That's fair.
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Fair. You know, actually, that's a valid question. Were you always part
You
of
speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Ultimately, technically, no, but for my own curiosity. I don't want to say let her out of there. I know it's technically just an explore option, but I don't know. I don't want to make it mad if that's a thing. I don't even know if that's a thing. You sent me to slay the friends. Okay, you know, fair enough.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Okay. I think I'm starting to see a little bit of where they're going with it, but I think I just want to see how it all turns out. I don't feel like attacking it. It's not giving me a reason to yet. I don't feel like destroying my body because I only just recently found out what it looks like. So what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Ooh, okay. It's addressing the fact that the princess is a little bit more than what... Okay, being of perception. I like that concept because we already explored in the fact that we can do things in this world simply by wanting them to be what it is. We're like the orcs from 40K.
Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Ah! Gamers, we have our goal. It's the collectathon. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get sent back then in order to get you more versions of the princess, so... You know, immediately pledging myself to fulfilling the exact thing that the Eldritch Abomination entity wants me to do probably isn't the best idea, but, yeah, perception filter manifest, exactly. Except we aren't using it to hide from the master, we're using it to... I just realized we're doing the equivalent of trafficking people to an Eldritch God. I'm gonna stop thinking about it that way because it's gonna make it really weird. Let's go! Okay. Aren't you afraid that I'll find a way to kill you? It has not given us a reason to want to kill it yet. Why do we even want to say that? I forget how many more pieces of you do I have to find. I'll sit to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? Or just, okay, make me forget? Yeah, you know what? Good point, Rivers. Good point. We're just being Uber Eats. We're just the Eldritch Uber Eats. Cthulhu placed an order, and goddammit, we're gonna fill it. How many more pieces?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Wow. So just I have to keep going. Cool. You know, why do I feel like that's like one of those things that like a serial killer would say in court? You know, if like the cops are trying to convince them to try to like confess, are there like more bodies? Are there more victims? Okay. You know what? That's a fair question. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Okay. So I feel like this is gonna do like the same thing that happened before, whereas the voice of the hero will also forget, unlike what happened where we got through with the damsel. Obviously, it's the whole thing of me, the player, will be the only thing that remembers. I like that. That is such a fun mechanic. That's such a genuinely fun mechanic. You know, okay, it's a fair enough question to ask. I'll ask it.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
And there's nothing left to do. Yeah, okay. Being semantic, yeah.
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
You know, you were being a bit more helpful with the things you were saying earlier. This is being a little I don't know. Okie dokie. Let's do it. Run it back, y'all.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Oh, okay, it's that. Oh, is she one of the voices in your head now? I like that. I like that. I mean, it did say that I am like her. It, them. I'm gonna say them. It did say that I am like them. So, if they're to be believed, which they have not given me a reason not to at this point, it's been rather honest with us, even in a roundabout way, then I have a sneaky feeling we are slowly approaching the concept of creating our mirror. Wait, is that why it was a mirror? I'm gonna stop thinking about it, because I really hope I'm not being as clever as I want to be while not being clever enough.
You won't.
That is the second time the game has managed to say something that seems to respond as much to what I'm saying in, like, real life as much to what we actually said in the game, and I love it. Everything goes dark, and I die. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
Is a princess. Here we go again.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I did get dead. I got deaded more harder than dead the last time I died. Oh, it's been absolutely fantastic though. Okay, so we've got one. Do I need to make a note of this? We got the damsel. Okay. And I'm assuming we don't have any more options this time. Yep, okay. So we've already explored the turnaround and leave options. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do a quick save. Boop. Okay. We're gonna return. I do need to take just a moment here before we do another run, mostly because I have been drinking a lot of water and staying hydrated like everybody should. Good for your health, but now I have to resolve the problem of what that causes. So we're gonna take a quick moment. I'll be right back. Okie dokie, let us switch back over to the fantastic and wonderful game as we keep digging into this new drink, which is totally the only thing I was implying when I said I was leaving, was the fact that I was topping this off. Okay, let's see. Oh, what did Faye say? Are you gonna listen to our totally fair and unbiased narrator this time? You know, tempting as that may be, my plan was going to be to try to replicate the one that we were going down the first time around, just because I got to see that a little bit. I think you referred to it as the adversary. I was gonna try to get that one going again, that way we can kind of take that path down the end of the route and see what we can do, just so we don't have to loop back around to that one again. But if you would like, I can just straight up listen to the narrator this time, if y'all would prefer that. Anyone else want to see that route? Do we just want to do everything he tells us? Give a little bit here before I go ahead and actually click it. Do we want to try to do the adversary? Do we want to try to do the narrator? Try it? Yeah, I'll try it. Okay, there we go. We're gonna be good heroes, and we're gonna do exactly what it tells us to do. You're here to slay her, and if you don't, it'll be You know what? Let's thank him, even.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
All part of the job. Good on you, chap.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Fantastic.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
That's what you say. We're listening to other man this time.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Duly noted. Here we go.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
I know I could skip this because, like, we've already seen this dialogue before, but I feel like letting it play just adds to the ambiance of, like, what we're doing a little bit better. I will talk over it, though, if it's something that we've already heard.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
And we're listening to you, so let's do it. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
As you say, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
If you say so. I do like it's. I'm trying to think back though. I mean, it's been 2 hours at this point, but is this different music than when we were doubtful before? It might be. I think. I know, like, most people probably just click forward without even, like, trying to, like, listen to it or think about it too much, but, like, I love it when the devs do the tiniest little detail differences like that. Really just adds flavor to it.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Okay, let's hear what the voice says this time.
Who's there?
Oh, okay, so this is pretty
She
similar to
sounds
that first time around.
dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Yep.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay. Okay. I said hi before, which was really fun, but if we're, I feel like just following the narrator, I think we just keep going, right?
You're still listening to reason.
Yep, okay. He likes it.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's giving me the Spock eyebrow. Look at it. She's doing the Spock eyebrow.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
Will do, buddy boy.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
That's what the big man in the head says, and that's what chat told me to listen to and follow. And I'm slowly realizing the fact that I'm listening to chat to tell me to do the route where I listen to the voice in my head totally at all doesn't have any mirror ironices or anything like that. Yep, just steel the nerves and step forward. We're doing this by the book.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Uh-huh. Steel for the blade because...
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
You know, that's a fair point. But, you know, there's a big old handy thing that, there's some roots here that we're gonna take.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Oh, we've already been through this before. You're just gonna break a few ribs and internal organs in my spirit.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Oh, but I've already found out what you can do, and it includes gnawing your own arm off, which was pretty fun.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Okie dokie, no hesitation. Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
She's a little surprised by it this time, unlike last time.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Okay, there's no fight this time. I mean, that's to be expected. It said the reason there was a fight last time, which was the first, not last time before last. Because we hesitated, so I guess didn't hesitate, ends pretty quick.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is it, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, that's what the name of the game is.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder.
Okay. You're able to talk for somebody that has, you know... Oh, what do you think that is? 6 inches of knife? Is that making it all the way through? Probably not.
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
You know, not really, because we saw the handy creature thing, but it's what the narrator said would be enough.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
A being of perception. Okay, so we're exploring the whole entity aspect a little bit here.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Which, as we know, means that she actually is. And we're about to be in trouble.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
I don't like the fact that you're questioning, Mr. Narrator, man. We were following you, okay? We were doing the roll by the book.
But is it over? Really over?
No, the other one said we had a few more princesses to find. Oh, but it's a being of perception, and I'm the one perceiving. Okay, we're gonna hit that magical boop, quick save button. Okay, you know what? Obviously, we're probably gonna have to come back here and do this route again in order to get a few more different ones, but Faye, you told me to follow the narrator. And at this point, it's actually giving us a choice separate from the narrator. With the understanding that I'm going to come back and explore a few more of these, which one would you want me to take first? Because all of these seem like they'll be pretty fun to go down. Because I have a sneaky feeling it's going to be one of those things where whichever one I pick, I'm going to be right. Because that's how it works. It gets you thinking about the whole perception thing. Pick whatever? Okay. You know what? I do like the idea of leaving it up to chance for the first one of these through routes. Just to see. Yep, like you said, no wrong choices. It said so right at the beginning of the game. It's a love story, after all. Okie dokie, I do have myself a magical 6-sided die here. And we're just gonna say this will be, 1 and 4, 2 and 5, and 3 and 6. Let's see what we get. Magical Root of Chance says we got a 4, which means that of course she's dead.
Yes.
Done.
Exactly. it's over.
Yep. End of the game. Fantastic.
With your
Roll
work
credits
done,
were...
you make your
oh,
way
no.
back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Right, we have to leave. Okay.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Oh, I bet it's not even the most terrible thing we're going to do today.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good.
The greater
One of
good.
these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
But today is not that day. I need to rewatch the Lord of the Rings movies. Oh, we get to leave. Okay, bye-bye.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
We get to go meet the handyman again. Oh my god, I hate the fact that I can actually refer to it as the handyman, and I didn't think of that 2 hours ago.
What happened?
We did, and we're gonna get to see it again, and again, and again, and again. We're gonna get pretty used to this place, Hero.
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Because you're saying it, so. That's bullshit! I was hoping to get a better ending for saving the world. You know what? Let's wish ourselves into a better ending. How about that?
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
You know, it's funny, because, like, okay, so this game originally came out a year ago, right? And as far as I'm aware, we're still on the original paths. I don't think we've actually hit any of the new content that comes out with the pristine cut. I don't think. Like I said, I really haven't touched this, because they made that announcement about the pristine cut literally right after I bought it, and I decided, nope, not going to touch it until the new stuff comes out. So assuming that this is all plotlines, storylines that were here from the very beginning, which it does appear to be, my brain goes to the fucking Deadpool movie that, like, just recently came out with that whole concept of anchor beings. And I kind of like the overlap a little bit of considering, like, the princess as, like, the anchor being for, like, what perceptual universe we have here. Because obviously it's not a one-to-one translation, clearly. You know, they're definitely two different stories, and I really love the way that they're doing this. But any of the pristine cut... I didn't figure I had. I figured that's going to be stuff where I'm going to have to get pretty far into it before I start hitting the new content. I'm excited to see it, but yeah, no, that's I am way too early in this to be seeing anything like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so this is the story that's been here for a while. But I find it funny about how, like, I feel like the Deadpool movie kind of, like, cemented that whole concept of an anchor being thing into, you know, public discussion, which happened after this game came out. So that's interesting. Extremely close to getting a new route in the damsel route. Oh, don't say that, because then I'm going to want to go back. I will keep that in mind, though. I will keep that in mind. Thank you for not saying what I did wrong. I will throw that out there. I do appreciate not directly telling me what to do different, but I will keep in mind the fact that I apparently got close.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Trust you. Yeah, that's what we've been doing this time. Okay.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
You keep saying that I've never been happier, but, well, I guess I haven't really been much of anything before this, so... Rivers, are you writing it down? Cataloging it for me? My dutiful scribe? There are many worlds out there to witness. Yeah?
Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
I don't know. I mean, we've got a table. What more do we need right here? Yeah, actually, we're following the narrator. Listen to the narrator.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
I mean, it can't be both, right? I got the happy ending. Oh, let's go, everybody. Wrap it up. We got the good ending. No, we're happy. We're happy. Yep.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess.
Uh-huh. You're not actually taking notes for me? Oh, well, then what do I mod you for? I'm kidding. Of course you're not taking notes. You don't have to take notes. It's fine. The game has a wonderful save feature. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. And my memory's not that bad. I think.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
Okay. Good to know that happy still has meaning. That wasn't in the job description. Sometimes the job changes. We like to keep everybody flexible and adaptable as we respond to the diverse market area that we work in, And we really appreciate in these times of, need for the company how dependable that you can be, and we expect that to continue forward, No raise or anything. In fact, no payment whatsoever. I do apologize. But we have this fantastic benefits package. You get a green symbol next to your name. That's what does it. We all set? We good? No HR? Fantastic.
Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
I don't know, Mr. Hero Man. We're listening to the narrator.
The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears.
I'm not deaf, but yeah, sure.
Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
You do have to say that you caution about reloading into old saves. The game is designed for you to do runs of sorts. It does not allow you to see all of the princesses in one run. Yeah. So, I was... It's that whole thing of to reset, you have to do the going back and everything, meeting the creature and having it send you back, I think. I do apologize. Yeah, I guess I need to watch how I use my words, because, like you pointed out, the fact that I got one princess means that I need to keep going for me to be able to collect the other ones. Not quite yet. Happy Existence even broke the Matrix, so... Yeah, I do like that it allows you to have multiple save files, but I do see how you don't want to try to split it off, because, yeah. It's going to be interesting, though. I think I'll just keep saving over the one spot that I have, and just... We'll go from there. Which I... might as well, actually. Where we're going. Oh! Yay!
Already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Oh! Oh, we don't, the handyman didn't like that. Okay, we know what we gotta do, maybe next time. So... Hence that whole multiple save thing. Okay.
Good.
Well, okay, we're not happy then.
I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
Oh.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Kill ourselves?
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Which we do know
He's
works.
right. It's the only way out.
Okay.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
Yep.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
Right.
Don't you dare.
We're gonna have to. Handyman said so. Wouldn't we be dead? Yeah, no, actually, that's implied. I don't feel like we have to ask that. Let's go.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
It reminds me of all those sci-fi stories where it's like all of the humans plugged up to chairs that just like feed dopamine directly into their brains, you know?
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Cool, I can still walk.
The
That's
princess's
awesome.
body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Okay, so time did keep passing.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
I don't miss.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Yay! Ooh, the specter. Is the princess gonna be
On a
dead?
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ah, yes, thank you for the applause, Rivers. Thank you. Okay, so this is not the adversary. This is the specter. So we're still going to get a different one, which is gonna be fun. This is gonna be awesome. Okay.
You're here to slay her.
And if you
If you
don't,
don't,
it'll be the end of the world.
End of the world.
Cool. Okay, we could argue. We've already done a bit of arguing. You know what? I kind of like the whole I'm getting a bit of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
I think we're at 6 now?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Probably.
That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
We've got the emo, everybody.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
I don't really think that's a heart so much, but sure. I could explore dialogue paths, but I kind of want to see what the princess looks like.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Except, as we found out with the damsel route, we do need to save her in order to get her to Handyman, so we are going to try to rescue her.
She won't be a problem.
She will be for you, but not for me.
The interior of the cabin is cold.
Ooh, it's like haunted.
Odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Yep.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. I'm assuming, because with the damsel not taking it made it really easy for the fact that I could just go. I'm assuming that there's probably going to be ones of these where having it with me is going to be helpful in order to get out.
It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Yeah, but not in this world. I wonder, what does the mirror do this time? We've already talked to the narrator about the mirror, but what if we just look at it?
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Yep. Let's take a... yeah, and it disappears again.
Rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone.
Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly, it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
I don't like how resigned you are, but it's good to know that the mirror is here, because that was important last time. Okay. I'm going to just enter the basement. We're going to see if we can pull this off like we did the damsel route.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead.
Dead.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
It's perfect aesthetic for October, though. Fantastic spooky month.
The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally.
Maybe it'll be like a coffin thing. We gotta open up and she'll be
inside. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Yep. Let's have a look-see, shall we?
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
It was laying the other way last time, though.
Okay. She's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of
Hello.
the head appears from underneath the floor.
Oh, it's cute. Look at it.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
That's not really skeletal. That's skeletal over here. This is like more like zombie or like shrunken head.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Have you heard of ghosts? Because if you haven't, or I guess also if you have, there's somebody that you might want to call.
Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Well, the ghost appears to also be chained somehow. I'm not quite sure how that works. Maybe the chain died too.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
I do too. That's why Handyman sent me back.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Oh, okay. Well, she doesn't appear to be locked to the other side of the room anymore.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
Narrator, it sounds like that you're enjoying this.
So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
I'm still trying to think, though, okay, if we need to get this out. Because it appears that leaving the cabin is what triggers the entity. Potentially. Yeah, let's wait and see.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore.
Yep.
So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe?
Not necessarily. We just need to get you outside. Because there's somebody else I want you to meet.
Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
You know why you came back? You sent me last time. I wouldn't have slain you. Wow, this one's mean. I died. I guess I should tell you I was sent to kill you. You were going to end the world. I was told that you were going to end the world. Clearly, slaying you isn't going to work. Okay, we can call a huddle. I'm kind of tempted to call a huddle here. This one is tempting. Well, if you're dead, then there isn't really much for me to do, is there? I guess I'll keep going. Maybe, well, no, would I be able to... I'm trying to think, like, do I trick her into going outside? I guess, actually, I'll just be able to just keep trying until it works, right? Oh, what are you doing, Navi? You know what? Fair enough. Let's try it.
I don't feel very bad, but I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me.
Convenient.
Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to, not the one with all the answers, or any of the answers.
Mostly dead. Nearly dead. But not nearly headless. Just only mostly dead. Hey, all I'm saying, we go out, we find Miracle Max, we'll be alright.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are?
I mean, the figure in that mirror was a little ghostly. Well, nearly headless Nick won't be able to really do much to help. He's just in a similar boat. Miracle Max was the one that was actually able to help, remember?
Maybe that's why the mirror disappeared. We're actually dead. Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should throw it out entirely.
Again, we're back to that whole perception thing. I love how it uses our own perception of what should happen. I like it. It's already happened. We killed her. You're right there, though. Your dead body. Do we try to You know what? Yeah, actually.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
I mean, there wasn't really too much to believe there. I feel like you're deflecting.
Pragmatically, we should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
I don't actually like that concept, but I feel like this might be the way that we get her out of here. Yeah, you know, okay, why am I different then? Yeah, let's do that. Why am I different? Where was that one? There we go.
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
Well, yeah, I guess for you to be cold, which would mean I would have to be warm.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
You and me both. That was actually something I was hoping to get a bit more info on.
I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
We actually had a similar problem when it came to walking to the cabin. Also, I love the fact that for the audio on this one, it's overlaying. Like, her talking and also her whispering. It's an effect that's been done before, sure, but it's an effect that I always love when it's pulled off well, and they do it quite well.
I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here.
You know what? Yeah, let's get you home.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
Oh, do we have to let her possess us in order to get her out of here?
After all, you owe me.
Okay, I feel like the word let is maybe being a little generous as to what's about to happen.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
Okay, she is actually asking permission.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
Uh-huh. Oh, me. Yeah, remember, so, River, this princess remembers the fact that we killed her in the very last run. Or, I guess run might be a bad phrase, but... Because just like how the damsel remembered that we tried to save them and, failed, and so they had to kill us for us to get out. This one remembers the fact that just the audacity. Okay, hold up, but I have to admit, if somebody stabbed me to death and I became a ghost, and then the person that stabbed me to death would be the only way that I could, leave or continue my life, I would feel like I'm owed a little recompensation from, just a tiny bit of reconciliation from the person that murdered me, at least a little bit. I can't get too mad at her for that.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
See, perceive, or hear.
Now isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him.
Ooh.
I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
I like it. I like that concept.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
You keep saying that, but I have been having a blast, Mr. Narrator. What happens after you leave this place? I was told that you know what. No, we're trying to get her to handyman, so we're good. You know what? Hold on. Where's my magical quick save button? And yeah, sounds great. Let's do it. Let's get you out of here.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
Ah, anything.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
Creepy.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul.
There's a lot of baggage in there, so, just push that to the side and you'll be fine.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Oh, we're gonna get a lot of do-overs, but yeah. Oh, the
I'm
squelchy.
afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body.
Oh, the sound design on this game is amazing, and because it's so amazing, it's horrible because it inflicts emotions. And I don't like the concept of squelchy.
You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Wait, I collapse? It's got to be able to walk up the stairs, though.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Oh, it's gonna be Q-Wop all over again.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know, he's pretty annoying.
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor, are they also supposed to be you?
Ooh.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm...
Bits of
It's
the
okay.
mirror?
You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me, is what I am.
You had questioned it before I ever had you, bro.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, they don't. To be frankly, they barely even listen to themselves.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him.
Damn.
You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
Ooh, okay, I like the fact that we were able to use this princess in order to learn more about the narrator.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
Ooh. So is the narrator being considered more of a character?
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Oh, okay, wait, lore implications. So, the entity of hands stated the fact that we are like them. The entity of hands needed a vessel like the princess in order to be able to act within the world. We can only act within this world, we as in me, the player, because of the narrator. The narrator is honestly the thing that's kind of holding it all together for us. So if the princess is like the narrator, or, vice versa, the narrator is like the princess, it gives a whole new perspective on the whole puppeteering aspect, which I really like.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
Damn straight. Except, I'm sacrificing you to an eldritch abomination, but you don't need to know that.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Nah, we're just gonna leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
Did he just call the princess heavy? Because, I'm pretty sure there's not a single princess on the planet that would appreciate being called heavy.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do.
How, though?
Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
It depends on what your definition of world means.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
Well, I guess we get to look and see what the door out kind of looks like a little bit more. Oh, I guess that is just for this cabin, though. The damsel door looked
For
different.
how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able.
Yeah, it seems to be the one emotion you are able to convey is hate. Kind of limited there.
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
Because that appears to be all that you can.
And wine.
And wine.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
You're gonna tell me to grab the knife and use it on the one thing in this room. Yeah, no, we're gonna trudge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do something maybe a little bit worse than kill you if we get out of here, sadly.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
I like the fact that it's kind of calling out the narrator on the fact that it's like the narrator's description of what's happening is part of what's limiting us. I like the concept.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open.
Oh, and we're back to the rumblies.
Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see...
Oh, and there he drifts off.
Yes?
Yep, here we go.
He's gone, and so is everything else.
Uh-huh.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
No, I don't think we slayed him.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
We're still here.
Yep.
Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Existential terror, let's go!
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
The bickering has... Yep, oh, there we go. Stare up at me.
Ella, you actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Philip.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
I kind of hope so, because there's a few more of you I think I need to go pick up. Oh, yep, there we go. Nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Nope, it's okay.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
You know what? Ooh. We've been here before and you always get scared. Oh, I can talk to the hero. Oh, I love the fact that I can talk to the hero. I just sat bolt upright in my chair. IRL. This is awesome. Ooh, I like both of these options. This one's a little sinister, though. I like
I
it.
would have kept them in the dark if I were you.
Probably best to, but nah.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna keep growing. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. I've grown. I'm a little drippy now. The Spectre is such a cutie. I did like the design. It was a nice design. Honestly, all of the drawings have been absolutely fantastic. Like, I absolutely love the whole penciled aesthetic that the game has, but even like beyond just the aesthetic of the style of drawing itself, the character design for the princess really is great. And I love how even the subtle details bring out like some of like the extra stuff. Well, like the dress for the damsel. Just like the fact that it wasn't just the fringe around the bottom, it was the way that it hung on her frame, the way that it like slooped off the shoulder and everything. I don't know. It's fun, it's cool. I really like it. In the long quiet, once again, is yeah, there we go, okay. My friend gonna be here? Yeah, my friend is here. Approach her.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Yep. Also, again, because I think every tiny detail on this has meaning, they always capitalize the pronouns for the narrator, but approaching the entity is still a lowercase h. I don't know if that's intentionally important or not, but I like to feel that it is.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Yep. You know, actually, again with the tiny details, when we were in the cabin, the wound on the Spectre's chest, if I remember correctly, and I might not be, I can roll back the VOD later to see, I do believe that the wound on the Spectre's chest was in grayscale along with the rest of the Spectre design, whereas the wound on the corpse in the background was reddened. It's interesting how now that it's part of the entity, now the wound is reddened. Again, tiny details. Don't know if it has special meaning, but I like to think it does. How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
You're definitely able to talk in sentences that seem a bit more like a normal person and less like an ethereal entity. That's for sure. Everything, can you give me a single straight answer? No, I like the riddles. I don't want to be mad at the riddles. What does it feel like?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
What's really interesting is to kind of think of this from like a derealization approach, which, if you aren't familiar with the concept, that's a really fun Google. Just don't do it if you're in a bad headspace. But like, it's interesting to almost view this as the opposite of derealization, as like a mental exercise concept. Which, I mean, the whole realization, like, I get that that's, again, it's probably part of the point, but the fact that things that I have heard said from other people now in reverse is really interesting to see. I like the poetry of the way that they've worded it.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Oh, don't always say only, but it is a path forward. And it's one that I'm going to be excited to see. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? I did ask that last time. They might have more ideas now, but once you're finished, I don't want to commit to that. I'm gonna go back. If it's this invisible wall closes around me, why can't I not do the same things I've done? Oh.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths that matter are those that are yet untread.
I literally can't make the same choices in order to meet the same princesses again if I go down this route. Okay. That's interesting. I don't think well, no, I guess I did run into that in a way with the whole happy ending being cut off, but that's interesting. I wonder if I'm somehow going down the more complicated thing as like my first real run through this. If I am, though, that's awesome. Ooh. You've been kinder to me. Thank you. Kinder than I mean, why? What do you want me to bring you next? Any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? How many more vessels? What if I just wait here forever? Okay. You know what? Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
You would be surprised how people are not empathetic to those that aren't themselves. Yeah, what do you want me to bring you next time? What's next on the menu, ma'am?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Fair. But that typically means you're gonna get a gift card if you don't say something.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Yep. Okay. Do you know what you want? You know, I did ask this before, but I wonder how the answer's different.
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
We have to get there to get there.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Well, funny enough, I also want to know you and also know more about myself, so in that our goals are aligned. Yeah, you got any thoughts on this one?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream of a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for a yearning heart.
Aww. I like that concept of like... I remember reading a thing a long time ago about how people are often towards others what they wished someone was to them when they needed it most. So the idea that this one is like an embodiment of that is really interesting.
Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
Well, there we go. Okay. I don't want to get mad at it. I don't want to commit to killing it. Don't have any preferences. Yeah, you know, let's see.
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
And again, here comes that theme again. I love the way that it twists it into everything. I've hurt them, yeah.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
Interesting. So it's basically like they're okay with it, separate from whatever entity we're kind of building here.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So just like it was talking earlier about how, so with the Spectre, the longing made her kind. We also have things of like, the longing and the absence means that it's able to then appreciate the absence of absence. That is awesome. Yeah, like you said, Faye, like the opinions on everything, the poetry of it all. I love the writing. I mean, like, I get, like, obviously the whole point of the game is the fact that you're enjoying it for the writing, but damn, I like the writing on this. Okay. I don't want to keep asking it how many more it needs. I don't want that. I mean, I could ask it about it, but I really don't feel like being here forever. You're not actually... No, it's saying a lot. Yeah, no, I think I'm ready to go back at this point.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Okay.
We will meet again.
Yep. See you later. The hero and the princess. Yet again.
You're on a path in the woods.
In the woods.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
You're here
to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Sadly, however, I do think that it is going to be the end of this stream for now. We've been going at it for over 3 hours at this point, and I have been having an absolute blast, but at the same time, I need to eat, and I do have things that I need to do later today. This is not the end. I think I know what I'm going to be streaming for quite a while for the rest here, because hot dang, has this been fun. Oh, I'm giddy at the thought. I am actually giddy at the thought. But we need to save. I need to get out of here. I appreciate everybody for swinging by. This has been just an absolute blast. 10 out of 10 so far. That is preferences. Hold on, let's... Hey! Thank you so much for the follow, Faye. It has been so fun getting to talk with you as I play this, so... I hope you enjoy, and that you'll swing in next time that we have this booted up and come around. So... love this game, it's awesome. Yeah, no, this has been, like I said, Rivers, this was, I literally, like, as soon as I'm like, I am going to start streaming on Twitch, I bought this game. I think this was probably literally the first game that I bought, like, as I want to stream this because it looks interesting. And actually, hold on, I realize we're just sitting on this screen. Let me jump on over to da-da-da. There we go. Wonderful transition. Fantastic little banner there. Yeah, no, this was one of the first things that I'm like, I want to stream this. This looks like it would be cool, and it has been a while waiting. So I feel like waiting for the pristine cut was the right choice. But then again, I don't know. It's not like I've made it to any of that extra content, and I have painfully kept myself spoiler-free up to this point. I have not watched anybody else play it, not watched any Let's Plays. I've avoided reading reviews other than just, like the star ratings. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I am definitely looking forward to it. And I like the whole concept of the entity, too, about, like, having to free them in order to feed them to this bigger thing, and I can't wait to see what that ends up being. So... good stream, guy. Thank you, Joe. I'm glad you were able to swing by. I hope it's been fun. We're going to pick this up again next week. And, Gosh, I feel like I have barely scratched the surface, so this is probably going to be part 1 in a long series. Probably interspaced maybe occasionally with some streams with friends, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see when we get there. So I don't have too much more that I can say or do here. Mostly because there's not too much I can do for raids and whatnot, just being unaffiliated and all, but that's okay. So I'm going to say good night. Have a wonderful evening out there, or morning, depending on where you are in the world. In any case, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care, stay safe, and bye-bye!